Coming to you live from the Flagami studio, Miami, Florida. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday! I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. And we're live. And I thought I wasn't broadcasting because, computers, they tend to be buggy sometimes. We're on the correct Wi-Fi, so we're good. How's everybody doing? Today, Friday, we have, everybody's here. We have Michelle K., William Irizarry, Alana Schultz, Ramin Pasion, Dylan Reynolds, Max Melendez, Brandon, Caddy 61, Caddy on Route 66. How's everybody doing? Doing great. We spent a couple of days at Pelicamp actually this week, and perhaps I, stressed my leg a little bit. I was in a little bit of pain, but I'm all better today. I was even able to go to the supermarket and do groceries by myself. This is one of those things, that I love going to the supermarket and, seeing things and sometimes buying too much food. But you know how it is. So, Lily Reasoner from Iowa. And Jim in DC from Soggy, DC. Actually, it's been a beautiful day here in Miami. I must say, it's still a little warm, but it's cold in northern Illinois with snow tonight. Oh my goodness. It's this time of the year, it's that time of the year, and you've seen that map where the weather map with the whole country is like blue, and then North Florida is yellow, and then South Florida is like orange or red, and it's like hate Florida day because Florida is 80 degrees and the rest of the country is it's freezing. Hello, Brandon Baragri and Natalie Driscoll from Down Under, and her roots are showing. Hello there. And the Traveling Irishman. Hey there, Jeffrey DiBartolo. Everybody's here. And hey, you met my cousin, Michael Anderson. I did. No audio? What do you mean no audio? No audio? I'm displaying audio here on my VU meter, so make sure it's not on your end. Is everybody else listen to audio? The bar is officially open, by the way, and Mr. CLT is here. All your Pelican heads. Robert, estás flaco. You think, actually, the 3 days we spent at Pelicamp, actually, we gained 2 or 3 pounds because, just because we tend to eat too much. And Miles and John's Adventures, we follow you all the time. We're trying to go full time. But, it's a great idea. Full time is good. But this is the thing. At the beginning, I wanted to go full time, and then I decided, maybe I should get like a home base. And if all fails, I have Pelicamp in North Florida where I can park my RV. But Shelly Hung, good evening, Robert Ely, all moderators and Pelican heads. Happy Friday. What are you drinking tonight? Well, tonight, actually, I am going... Hell, it's going to freeze over. I'm going alcohol-free. I'm going to have some bubbly. I mean, I could put some vodka in it, and it goes really well with it, but I'm not going to... it gives you the impression that you're drinking something, but it's alcohol-free. Ingrid, today podcast was great. Totally agree. You have to go to the place and experience it. Ingrid, and for those of you who don't know, I do have a podcast called Living the RV Dream, and it's everywhere, iTunes, Spotify, excuse me, Google Podcast. Garces on the road. Hello, finally back. Past 2 Fridays were traveling days. Glad to see you're ready to hit the road. How's Illy doing? Illy is doing much better. Her thumb, going up and down much more, and I'm able to walk a lot more. As I said, in fact, I went to Publix today and got some groceries and from Mark Webb. Hi, so I'm from Arizona, Mark, and it's the first time I have seen and now subscribe to your channel. What a beautiful vlogs you make! Wow, thank you so much. Thank you and welcome to the Pelican Head family here. Uh, and happy Friday, Laura Foot, and Gold, South Dakota, Illinois. Howdy from Alvarado, Texas. Dylan Reynolds question: are you going to Europe in 2 weeks? No, Dylan. If my leg was good, that was the plan, more or less. This time we would be going to Europe. We're going to Indiana, and well, you all know what's in Indiana. So Daniel Ruiz, funny watching chatting iPhone and video on big TV. There were different initial commercials on each device to start the show. Robert, take it easy. Uh, yeah, I was one of those that from day one I got that YouTube Red, as it used to be called, and I was called YouTube Premium, and I never get the pleasure of watching commercials. So pleasure or displeasure, you know. But sometimes I log in on a different browser on a different account and see what it looks like. Gym in DC, I'm on my feet again, so good to be walking again. Can't wait to. Oh, that's the song. Oh, I'm on my feet again, so good to be walking again. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm still not 100%, and I think it's gonna be a, a few weeks. Rick Skidmore, cheers from Fatheads Brewery near Cleveland. Glad to hear you're up and walking. Enjoy your interview on Rocking the RV Live. Yeah, that was a great interview and such nice folks, you know. And I had met him in Arizona, and they reminded me at the dump station. That was. Hello for Fort Worth. Spring is blooming. Let me tell you, spring has sprung on the highways of Florida. As we were coming back from Pelicamp on US 19, the whole median was full of this. Not purple. Is it purple or like pink? You know, flowers. I'm not very good with colors. Reming Pasión. Good to know you can drive and walk all by yourself once again. Happy for you, Robert. Thank you, man. And let me scroll down here. William Brody. Hello, Robert. I just finished season 10. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Season 10, of course, is all the videos from 2023. Right now, I'm publishing some from 2022 because I kind of ran out of content because of my injury, but very soon. In 2 weeks, hopefully I'll be. Hopefully no, I already signed on the dotted line, so I'm gonna be going to Middlebury to pick up Mini Tini 4. It's gonna be an adaptation. You know, we've kind of gotten used to having a little more space. This one we're going back to basics, and that's the way I want to do it. For several reasons. John Kite Bartolo loading up the RV for an Okeechobee weekend next week. Hello from Jamie and me. Well, hello there and enjoy Okeechobee. Let me tell you, I kind of wish maybe next week we'll do like a lightning trip. We have to be here actually in Miami in 2 weeks for a weekend. There's kind of like a family reunion, but then after that. We're heading up the Florida Spine, and Mr. CLT. That's my website, and of course our friend Remy. He updates it. Brandon Stargell, I've always said that the podcast is a great companion to the YouTube channel, very informative and entertaining. Thank you so much. I don't get as much feedback on the podcast. In that sense, but I enjoy doing it. It's just for those of you who want to listen to it. Is usually just me rambling, and telling you about the video that I'm editing. Usually, well, either I tell you about where I've been or the video that I'm editing at the moment. Jensis Ariel Imogen, thank you for that super chat. Dude, it's Jensis, Bam's little cousin, of course. How you doing, man? It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen each other in person. I saw Bams. I saw Bams a couple of days ago. Man, we're getting old. Lord, thank you for that super chat. Thank you, new subscriber. Stay thirsty. Let's ride, and thank you for subscribing. And all of you who are new to the channel, thank you so much for being here, for choosing to spend your Friday just chatting. If you have any questions or anything like that, I mean, we used to do type question in all caps at the beginning, and we can chat and we can talk about different things. And I totally lost my train of thought. This it must be the lack of IPA. I'm not used to doing this, dry like this. Hello from DeLand, Florida. Great area. Tell your friends about Robert's videos. We missed you being on the road. I've missed being on the road. I mean, I was on the road this past Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday, but I didn't record anything. It's been one of those rare videos that I didn't even do a Pelican Head update or anything like that. Hands-on Adventures, love the podcast. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. William Brody, Sonia, can I have a Stella? Shot and of Jack Daniels. You guys are making me break my vow of chastity, of sobriety here. Any news on the Broward County meetup? And I don't know, but you should use your podcast as a talk show. I should do that. I should start interviewing people and all that. And now I just discovered a new feature here on YouTube where I can do a podcast, but it's not really a podcast. It's like a playlist that I can do, and maybe I'll start recording the podcast. I don't know. We'll see. Love the channel from St. Augustine. Move from Nathan Wheeler. Moved from Illinois about 2 months ago. Always reference your videos before traveling somewhere. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. And for some reason, I'm getting a... Can you give me a review of the Harrisburg East Campground in Hershey? It was fine. I like it. To be honest, we didn't really enjoy any of the amenities. We stayed there for very, very little time. We stayed there, where was it? Right after the Hershey RV show, the last few days of the Hershey RV show. But it's good. But this year for the Hershey RV show, I'm probably not going to go the whole week, and I'm probably just going to boondock across the street. It's very expensive boondocking, but hey, you can do it. Janet Ritter, what's the thing in the backseat of your truck? Also, Wyoming Prior Mountain Mustangs west of Bighorn. Cool place going this summer. Glad you guys are on demand. Love your channel. The thing in the backseat is a Berkey water filter covered in a quilt that someone actually sent me. Yeah. Sobriety is overrated. I totally agree, Jim, but... I want to see how long I last, Trailer Traveling, love the podcast. Love when you show the recording on a podcast channel. So I might do that. I might start doing that again. Jim in the Sea, will Mini Tini 4 be heavier, lighter, or the same as Mini Tini 3? Lighter. It's a Winnebago Micro Mini 1720 FB, which is... basically, you remember Mini Tini 1 and Mini Tini 2? It's basically a mirror image of those two with the slightly... Well, the bathroom it's a little larger and has a slightly larger shower. But now that I've seen it a couple of times, I'm not entirely sure about the toilet, but we'll soon find out. So, I want to go back a little bit to that, more... compact, more like slideless type of lifestyle. I think it's going to be great for Alaska. Cajuns across America, sorry we're late, but we're getting ready to hitch tomorrow. We're finally hitting the road to Ouray, Colorado. Hooray! Making a few stops along the way. Fort Worth is the first, and then Santa Fe, New Mexico. Both great stops, Fort Worth and Santa Fe. Traveling Robert approved for sure. And of course, Ouray, that's like the Switzerland of America. That's such a beautiful, beautiful place. Hey, Casita RV Live, thumbs up, brother. Robert, what makes a tourist trap worth visiting for you or not worth it? I'm sure it's very subjective. If it is a fun place like Gatlinburg, with it also depends of the attitude of the people. If there's something actually, I don't know, it's subjective. It's totally subjective, to be honest about it. But it has to be a fun, like Key West, for example. Like the whole town is. I mean, there's history, but I mean it's kind of touristy, right? But Key West, whenever I arrive in Key West, it's like everybody's in a good mood. It's a happy place, and I'm like, yay, we made it. So, Minitini Lounge, maybe next Saturday. Maybe the next Saturday before we. I need to get my leg a little better before I start dancing back there. Dancing in the moonlight. Robert, are you having a meetup at Hershey? Most likely, yes. We're probably going to have something impromptu at Troig's like we usually do. I mean, I don't ask permission or anything. I know Matt from Matt RV Reviews asked to do the meetup and they said no. But we're not doing anything special. We're just a large group of people, just having a party there. We don't want anything special. Hello, everybody. Christopher Olson from Sweden. And ask Remy. I want to design a new RV. These are all terrible. Hey, if let's get together, design. Let's open an RV company. No, maybe not. But yeah, it would be cool to design. There was an RV company that opened up a contest for users to design RVs for them. But I don't think they ever. Followed through with the Hootie Lord. At least they didn't take my advice. Hootie Lord, super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Don't ever stop cooking on the show. You drink some of my favorite IPAs. Stay thirsty. Key West completes me. Yeah, Key West is such a cool town in that sense, And I hadn't been there since before the pandemic. So when we went there late last year, it was fun. It was fun. Rambling Ruben, going based on your videos, going to Red Top, Amicalola, and Unicoi State Parks in North Georgia this week. Really looking forward to it. I don't think I've ever been to Unicoi, but that's the one near Helen, right? Which I have to give Helen a second chance. At the time, it was at the time I visited Helen, I thought of it as one of those tourist traps that are not worth it, but maybe it was just because it was the Oktoberfest and everybody was cranky and you know what I mean? Jody Mantooth, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Skipping around, if you were not a Winnebago representative, what will be your choice of RV? Well, there are several. And of course, we chose one. We bought our first Winnebago, not mainly in part because of the brand recognition, in part because it was all the one that we could afford at the moment. That I thought this is, and was an impulse buy as well. But a part of me likes. Actually, now that I see a comment from Casita, I love Casitas. The first one that we went to see actually was a Casita. And a part of me likes Airstreams, but they don't have a whole lot of storage, nor do Casitas. At some point, I would love to try a truck camper. And And actually, one of the ones that we really liked, and they discontinued it, was the Winnebago Trend, uh, which is the same as the Itasca Viva. Uh, Casino RV Life, if you build the RV, we'll follow a traveling Robert. Brody, I saw that video. Miami is congested as New York. Miami is very congested. It depends on the time, but yeah, it has become this city. You know, the downtown is like, uh, it's very congested. I don't know why. Probably when I speak too much, I always get this the sniffles. Garza's on the road. You need to give Helen a second chance. It's great in August. Hey, maybe we'll do on the way to or from Indiana. Miles and John's Adventures. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. And traveling to sea. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you. And yeah. I tuned in late. Where is Robert going in 2 weeks? Well, we're going to Middlebury, Indiana. Nicholas Kuluvaris. How do you plan for your trips and how far out do you plan? Well, it depends. It depends on the trip. If I'm going to a place where I kind of know what I'm doing, like Arizona, I don't plan a whole bunch. You know, I have my Google Maps, and in my Google Maps I have thousands of stars. Let me see. I don't wanna reveal any. If you look at my Google Maps, yeah, there's nothing there. I have thousands of stars of different places that I want to visit. And I kind of plan my route along those points of interest that I've collected over the past 10 years, you know. But if I don't have any stars in the area, if there's something like I've never heard of it, I've never been before, you know, I normal research. Like the first time I went to Denver, I bought a book. I bought the Moon Walking Guide to Denver, Colorado, and that was 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Van Girl Cheryl, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. And our friend Kevin Bentley from Kansas City, thank you for the super chat. Happy you healed up. Look forward to the Utah video. Oh, that Utah video. I just actually I had to re-upload it today because I had forgotten that I had a commercial in it, but it's uploaded and yeah, I it's I mean it's I'm calling it. I was gonna call it Utah, like, but I'm calling it scenic byways, uh, best scenic byways in Utah, which we're gonna take literally three of the most scenic highways in Utah: the 128, the 24, and the 12, and then also the Schaefer Trail and the Potash Road in Canyonlands. So it's gonna be mostly it's 50 minutes of mostly in motion video, but a lot of eye candy and a lot of it's beautiful out there. Bob wannabe RVer, thank you for that super chat. Middlebury meetup, yay! Just kidding. I wish. Watch for the horse and buggies. Yeah, we can do a. There's a couple of places where we could potentially do a meetup in Middlebury or Elkhart or what's the name of the other town? Oh, Shipshewana and Bristol, which is where the RV park is. And 61 Caddy on Route 66. Robert, where are you going first after Pelicamp? I'm probably not gonna stop by Pelicamp on the way there. I might stop on the way back. But I was just in Pelicamp. I didn't, you know, I cut a couple of trees that I wanted to cut, and but my leg is still not strong enough for me to like do the lawnmower and all that. In fact, I probably strained it too much. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until I do that. Miss M. Jesus. Hi, Robert. Greetings from Madrid, Spain. Have you already planned to travel back to the Middle West? Um, no, but I'm planning to go to Spain next year. I was gonna go this year, but yeah, that my leg. Uh, Christopher Gold, what brand of cell phone are you using? Love following your trips throughout the U.S. from Lima, Peru. Hola, Lima. And well, until yesterday, I had a Samsung Galaxy S9. Actually, today I just got a Galaxy S23. So so this may become one of my main cameras now, like when I'm at inconspicuous places. uh, Jeffrey McCommon, I'm watching Robert's Travel right after the chat. I'm domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. How far in advance do you schedule campground stops? Wondering if that's the best way when you aren't sure exactly where you're going to be on a trip. If it is a weekend in Orlando in January, way in advance. If it is state park in the Florida Keys, good luck. But it depends, it depends. Key places where I know that I want to be on a certain date, I tend to reserve, way in advance. But lately, I'm more and more into winging it. Mr. CLT, Robert, you should do an independent tour of the springs and caves near Pelican. Yeah, there's so much up there that I might do that. I might do that like Minitini 4 maiden voyage, kind of do a couple of weeks in that area, and then of course we're doing Alaska. But that would be a good shakedown trip. And there's so much, and do it like now. This starting to warm up, but it's not. This is kind of like the shoulder season, right? What's your favorite city from Millie AH? What's your favorite city that you have visited in Colorado? Have you ever traveled the $1,000,000 Highway? Yes, I have. I did once. And probably Uray, it's probably one of my favorite towns there. Lewis and Clark, going to Mexico soon. Probably next winter at some point. Next winter or spring. Right now, it's this year is already kind of, uh, planned. I'm gonna do Alaska, and then from Alaska, in fall, I have doing the Hershey RV show, probably M23 meetup, and I might do a little bit of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, kind of around Lake Superior there, and then that's gonna be it for 2023. So, but hey, anything could happen. Utah 128. Whenever I drive, I feel like I'm in a movie western. Yeah, especially once there's a moment when you take the curve around the Colorado River there, and you see the spires. What are they called? I can never remember the names. The Fisher Towers, and then you get into Castle Valley. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Paul Matovich, we're watching this evening from the Amtrak train and getting ready to cross under the new River Gorge Bridge. Oh man, you know what? I at some point I have to do a rail trip for sure. Jim in DC, how has that massive 12-hour video been doing for views? Mom's movie has doing very well. Mom has done very well. I think people are getting intimidated by the 12-hour video. I think it's gonna do great in the long term. My mom's video, it also kind of was sluggish at the beginning until one day the YouTube algorithm went like that, boom, and so we'll see. We'll see how the Lewis and Clark video does long term. But yeah, I just wanted to see if it could be done right. William Brody, how's Kate the Pitbull? I haven't seen her. I didn't see her at all this couple of days I was up there. So I don't know. Sky TV. Hi from France. I'm preparing my second road trip next year. What is the best place to stay for a day between Pensacola and Tampa? I was gonna say Pelicamp, but that's not for rent. Between Pensacola and Tampa. Oh, go to somewhere like Cedar Key. Cedar Key is a cool small town. It has like the Keys vibe, and yeah. Mr. CLT, welcome to the 20s Galaxies. Robert, awesome camera it has. Yeah, I can't wait for a full moon to take a picture of the full moon and see how it looks. My mom is here. She just got back from Tarjay. So good afternoon, greetings. Have a wonderful time. Love, mom. Everybody say hello to my mom. Oh man. Let me reset here a little bit because oh man, I get stuck on tangents back there. And Mark Z Hammer, thank you for that super chat. And Alma Morales, hola. Ah. Lee Green at Robert Morales. I turned the 12-hour or 7-hour one on every night and just let it run while I sleep. I've already watched each of them several times now. So it's just a great background music. Well, thank you. Thank you. And Gatlinburg is a good video. We may be going back to Gatlinburg sooner than later. So, yep. Tonight is the Northern Lights. You know, I wish I was close to a place where I could see Northern Lights. Hopefully, this increased solar activity we've been having will be there still by the time I get to the final frontier. I was gonna ask you something. If I start the Alaska video by saying, Alaska, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Minitini 4. Do you think that's going to be like a copyright violation? I have a pretty good feeling Paramount has that baby copywritten pretty good and trademarked. Travel Dreamer 46. Do you see the age of the average RVer changing over time? I think there's a lot more younger people. It used to be like 10 years ago, it used to be a great majority was retired folks in diesel pushers or weekenders, campers. You know, there's always been like the weekender campers, right? But now I'm seeing more people full timing. Yeah, you know, younger people who are digital nomads. You know, they have internet on the road and yeah. Young Dave, Galaxy 23. Does the photo app have the magic eraser tool? It works great on my Pixel for getting rid of telephone poles and wires. I haven't used it yet. It's supposed to have it, but I've only been playing with it for like 5 hours. So it's being that tedious part of the deal where I'm just entering all my passwords again. For some apps remember and some apps don't for some reason. What is the most number of hours you have driven in a day? Probably, stopping here and there, of course. It's 10, I want to say. Something like that. Robert, start planning for the solar eclipse April 8, 2024. Yes, definitely have to start planning. Probably going to do it in near Del Rio, Texas. Seems to be and not very highly populated area. It's the desert, so the likelihood of having clouds is less. So Brandon Baraguri, what have been your best and worst dining experiences while on the road? Well, one of the worst must have been the Taco Bell in Page, Arizona. And best, oh man, I've had some great steaks on the road. I mean, I don't know, best. Actually, one comes to mind right now, and it's probably our state of mind, because this was still very much at the beginning of the pandemic when all the restaurants started opening back up. and we hadn't been out, in a while. So we went to this place in Saint Augustine. Oh, what's it called? The Floridian. But I've had many. I mean, I have many great experiences. Uh, Actually, probably one of the best ribeyes I've ever had was at the Big Texan in Amarillo. Probably some of the best brisket I had in Dallas. But of course, there's Burns Steakhouse in Tampa. But those have been like some of those highlights. But like regular, the hamburger at the Oscar in this small town in Finland. What's it called? Where Peteri Vahakangas is from. Uh, Jim in DC, no copyright worries. You have the real Starship. That's true. That's true. The only real one, because I mean, Trekkers, forgive me, but the Enterprise, it's not real. The original was like plastic, and the newer ones are just computer animated. So I'm gonna start the Alaska video like that. Robert, unless I misunderstood, you say you were going to Greece. Someday it's in the plans. I would love to go to Greece, but it's not like in the immediate plans for like this or next year. But could be soon. Come to Detroit, get some barbecue. Michelle K. Hey, maybe. I've been meaning to go back to Detroit. I just went there in passing. So, yeah, I would love to. Happy Friday, Camaro Man from Houston. Big Texan, yeah. Yeah, the Taco Bell in Page, Arizona. I mean, how can you screw up a Bing burrito? But hey, there you go. Jen on Wheels, I showed up a little late. Are you headed to get Minitini 4 soon? Yes. That's kind of the plan. And yeah, it's my mom says, hi production moderators, thanks for all the greetings and blessings. And hey Dylan is here. Dylan has been kind of quiet lately. Young Dave, best steak dinner I had was El Tovar after a rim to rim hike at the Grand Canyon. I think anything would have tasted good, but I hear great things about El Tovar. So, and that's another thing. This leg injury has given me kind of like a wake up call that if I want to do all those challenging hikes, I gotta do them soon. So I'm gonna start. Those you have to plan for in advance, and probably next year. Of course, there's gonna be a big trip to the west, and I'm gonna try to do as many as possible. Hello, happy Friday. Tahoe Trailhawk, has anybody ever approached you to do a voiceover for animation or commercials? You have that commentative voice. No, I did voiceover for. Actually, this it's a Mexican restaurant contacted me for me to do like their automated phone thing, like for the menu, press 1 for the this and that. So I did that not that long ago, and then way back when I used to do voiceover in Spanish for a Spanish TV station, but I did it as a part of an internship. I never even got paid for that. So no, I've never done it professionally, except here. Watch a video today of RV with Toad drive through El Paso, Texas on Interstate 10. You'd have to be a little crazy to do that drive. Not for me. I've done it several times actually. It's just, I mean, I'm from Miami, so yeah, it's stressful. Like Atlanta is stressful. Like South Florida is stressful. But I can do it. Mary Callan! Hello, what was your favorite place to eat in the Black Hills? All suggestions, welcome. We'll be there 2 weeks. I don't think. Maybe Illy can remind me, but I don't think we ate anything. I think we cooked a lot. I don't remember eating anything particularly memorable in the Black Hills. But yeah, that's odd, but that's true. There is a replica of the interior of the Hey, Kevin Bentley of the interior of the Enterprise near St. Mary's, Georgia. They filmed fan fiction there. It is actually pretty cool. Yes, I'm a Trekkie. Um, I miss the Star Trek experience in Las Vegas at the old Las Vegas Hilton. I'm glad I went once and had a warp core bridge at Quarks even. Van Girl Cheryl, haven't traveled same as y'all. I'm a newbie. I'm trying to learn where to go, etc. I feel a little bit out of place. Oh, just go with it. And there's so many places, so many places. Sirius XM Chill. I like that station. Keith Ratchet, hello Robert, been missing these live chats for a few weeks, so happy to be back. I hope the leg is going to be ready for Alaska. I really hope so too. And my mom is thinking of cherry blossoms there. The young RVers, thank you for that super chat. Happy Friday, friend. Finally making it live first in a month. Enjoying the Badlands video. Yet another place on the bucket list, that's for sure. The Badlands, had no idea. I had been there in 2019, but the weather didn't cooperate and I wasn't in the best mental state. But yeah, the Badlands, the South Dakota Badlands, yeah. Rambling Ruben, we've also been making Café Cubano based on your videos. Thank you for teaching us how to make it. I may never drink regular coffee again unless I have to. I drink both, to be honest, but yeah. The only change that I've made, I've been drinking Café Cubano without sugar, which is not the same, but I'm tasting this hypothesis of going sugar free for a little bit, see what happens. Roberta Wilkes, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. I know it's about 5 years away, but are you planning to go RVing to the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028 from Lily's Train? Probably not. Probably not. Hi, Robert. Have you camped around the Chesapeake Bay? There are some great campgrounds. I have not. I have taken the bridge tunnel, but no. Good question, Bob Leach. The Rim in Badlands National Park was amazing. Did you have to register for staying there, or do you just freelance it and get lucky to find a spot? That was great. No, you don't have to register. There's unlike other BLM lands. I believe this is it's technically national forest land, but yeah, there's no registration. You just show up and you usually find a spot. I mean, when do you expect to be in Michigan? Late September ish. Cajun Across America creator question: how long did it take for you to become a YouTube partner when you first started out? It's been a while. Probably it wasn't that long. It may have been 3 years. I started the travel channel in 2011. And I uploaded a bunch of stuff because I already had a catalog in my other channel. So on the first few days, I uploaded like 20 videos, maybe 10 videos. And I think it was around when I did the trip to Canada in 2013. That's really when, and that's when I got monetized and, made like $30 the first month. Brandy Williams, thank you for that super chat. Love the new music. Looking forward to Alaska videos. I have to make some more. Music. I made a new one. It's just kind of like a loop for. Did I put it on the Colorado video? No, it's in the Utah video. So look out for that one. Which Dusty Hakeskin, which Star Trek is your favorite? Please be the original. And also, did you see how life changed it was for Shatner when he went to space? I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm a Captain Picard, Next Generation kind of person. I actually didn't watch uh, the original until much later, actually, probably in the 90s, late 90s. That's when I actually, when it came out on Blu-ray, like remastered, that's when I actually saw the whole. I had watched a few key episodes, but watched the whole thing until it came remastered in HD. Garces on the road. What, Robert, do you know if Amazon delivers to PO boxes? I want to send you a little something for the RV kitchen before you take off. I don't think they do. But PM me. I'll give you my address. Thank you, Dusty Haskins, for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you so much. Hoodie Lord, thank you for that super chat. Hey, sing a few bars of me and the RV for us. Riding in my RV. I'll sing it at the end of the broadcast with my guitar, which is somewhere back there. Russ Vogel, hello from Vermont. Looking forward to seeing Minitini 4 picking up our second camper Monday. Big upgrade from our RPod. Hey, congratulations. The Rooted Vagabond. Hi from Arkansas. We had to take a break from the live chat to get into our tornado shelter, but we're back. Hey, stay safe out there. Tornadoes are no joke. That's the one natural disaster that I'm kind of afraid of, because I mean you get a warning, but it's kind of short warning when that happens, and in that tiny spots where they hit, they're even more devastating than a hurricane. So Patricia Lewis, thank you for that super chat. Thank you. And the other one that doesn't give you warning is earthquakes. And we haven't had knock on wood, we haven't had a bad earthquake in the United States in a long time. But what happened in Turkey recently, Turkey and Syria, that was Lily Reasoner. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Roberta Wilkes, how's Ilian? Did she have her surgery? Well, the surgeon told her to wait, because she's getting a little more movement. So the surgeon wasn't. That's a good doctor, right? Sometimes surgeons, I'm not. Hopefully, I'm not offending anybody, but sometimes they are like, if it looks like if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and they wanna cut you up. And this surgeon, no, she's like, let's wait, because she doesn't think that the tendon is completely severed. So she may recuperate without needing surgery, mostly recuperate. So that's good news. Jessica Mills, thank you for that super chat. And here's Mr. Red Jaguar 100 Travels. Hello to my Pelican Heads family and to Mr. Traveling Robert and Stay tonight. We moved from Okeechobee to Tampa, trying to set up. Hey, enjoy Tampa. Less mosquitoes, probably. But I don't know how Okeechobee was, to be honest. But Wendell Burford. Hi, Robert. You're looking well. My next project on my mini RV is a diesel heater. Are you familiar with them? Yeah, I've heard of the Wabasto. I think was one of the brands. Yes, I live in Michigan. I'm looking to extend the camping season. Yeah, I've heard of those. The diesel heaters. Remy says, yes, tornadoes scare me too. That's why I did not return to Dallas. And Volcano Time Lapse, I'm late. Where are you guys off to? Well, we're going to Indiana to pick up Minitini 4 soon. So Casita RV Life, gotta run. Good night. Hey, good night. Good night, Greg. Have a good one. Cajuns across America, how bad are the crosswinds in the West? We were warned they can be pretty bad. They could be bad, yeah. The Mary Callan, the derecho darn scary. Power was out for days. At least I wasn't home. Yeah, that derecho and you know I gotta thank Steven who gave me a call from Des Moines because I was gonna keep on going. Actually it was very lucky that Anand invited me to lunch in Iowa City, so I rode the storm at the restaurant, and I wasn't driving during that. So Jim in DC saw Spock's Brain last week on MeTV. Always fun to watch, even almost 60 years later. Yeah, Spock's Brain is not considered one of the best original series episodes, but they're always fun. They're always fun, uh, especially to see what science fiction looked like at the time. Radus Tufarauk. Hello, Robert and Pelican Heads in the Black Hills. Probably the Alpine Inn restaurant was the best. Alpine Inn wasn't bad, but yeah, I had that German sausage sampler. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But nothing was like spectacular. I don't know. I don't know how to explain. William Irizarry, how do you feel about the talk about aliens invading us and taking us thousands back with them? I don't know, man. Beam me up, Scotty. um, I'm so looking forward to spring and camping this year from Pamela Karen. Did some winter trips, but there is nothing like spring in Asateague Island. Oh, spring in Asateague Island. I want to go back to that area. Uh, Mr. CLT, Robert Morales, P.O. Box 145012, Coral Gables, Florida 33134. Yes, if you want to send me something. I was there today and I was sad that there was nothing in the box. But there. Hey. Let me see. And we have another super chat from Jeffrey Risa. Thank you very much. Greetings from Carson City, Nevada. Best wishes, Jeff and Sandra. And yeah, I want to go back to Carson City, Nevada. But spend more time a little bit Lake Tahoe, which is kind of nearby. Loma Prieta earthquake. That was a big one, the biggest one I've experienced. You can hike to the epicenter. Nice trail through the redwoods near Santa Cruz. Oh, maybe I should do that next time. And I remember that was '88 or something like that. I remember I had just arrived in the United States, but I remember the wall to wall coverage, on TV, and I'm like, does this happen often? And that was Brian in San Francisco. Brian Fox, thank you for that super chat. My daughter Catalina Fox says hi. Hi, daughter Catalina Fox. No flavored vodka in the box. I still have a little bit of that cherry vodka, but I'm trying to stay at least for this week. Alcohol. See if I gotta lose a couple more pounds. William, you drove the Florida Turnpike last trip. I rode the Florida Turnpike 2 days ago. It's not fun. Unusual traffic, by the way. Unusual traffic this week. All of a sudden, I have nothing to talk about. What time is it? 6:49 p.m. on the East Coast. Let me go back here. For Margaret Contreras, happy Friday. Thank you for everything you do to share your videos. Your exceptional work does not go unnoticed. Thank you for Margaret and Bernie from Arcadia, California. And well, I haven't done much for the past 2 days, but I have a Nevada video to edit. So ask Remy. Robert has an incredible memory. He just recalls all these places. I don't even recall the cities I was in. Well, Remy have the advantage of making the videos after I'm there, so I'm reminded twice. So certain places, yeah, of course I forget, but come on now, no peer pressure with the alcohol. Mr. Robot, are you watching Picard on Paramount Plus? Yes, I'm one episode behind. I haven't watched the last one. I kind of like this final season because you have again Riker and Doctor Crusher, and it's kind of like the old crew, getting back together. The season before that with Q was like a kind of on the fence, but I'm liking this last season. Loma Prieta was October 1989, Giants and A World Series, and I was at college in San Mateo football practice when the earthquake hit, which is right in the earthquake. And well, 80, 89, I knew it was close to my early days here in the United States. Um, but yeah, that was well, it destroyed that freeway that was by the Embarcadero there, right? And now it's actually better after that. John Howell, we're starting a 90-day trek from south from Ohio, then west, and we'll cover over 6,000 miles. Would be great to see you on the road. That's a great trip. Have a great trip. That's one of those uh, for the bucket list for sure. Will you ever go back to Maine? Yes. I don't know when, but yes, I want to go back to Maine. Uh, but the south from Ohio west will cover over. That's a lot of miles. 6,000 miles. What's in the green can? Just it's called bubbly, lime flavored, with other natural flavors, and apparently it includes zero added sugars. So I don't know exactly how healthy it is, but it's better than having something with sugar, right? What kind of goodies did you get on Mini Tini 4? It's a pretty much stock 1720 FB, but they're gonna flex it. They did the flex package, which is not officially on that floor plan, but they did the flex package. The same that I have right now. It's nothing too crazy. All the true mass systems and the lithium battery and the inverter, and yeah, and I'll see how I accessorize it. You know. Keith Ratchet, have you been to Jamestown, Virginia? Pretty cool if you have pretty cool if you haven't been there yet. Young Dave, training for those big bucket list hikes is going to be a challenge in the flatlands of Florida. Um, well, yeah, but I'm gonna practice in Alaska. I'm sure. Hopefully, by Alaska, I'll be able to do short hikes. Uh, right now, I was just going through all the aisles in Publix. I was a little in pain towards the end, so I have a long way to go. Garces on the road. We finally drove a portion of the Blue Ridge Parkway. It was beautiful and super cold. We had fun with the frozen waterfalls. Uh, the blue. You have to do it in fall, man. In fall time, in fall weather, you get to see all the colors. It's quite something. Have you heard anything on Matt Lachey? Well, Matt Lachey, Sugar Sand is back open. They opened back up. Actually, I should talk to them and make a reservation for at least one night to stay there again. And but the rest of the island, I don't know. I don't know how they fare. I know it's being it's being a tough time for Fort Myers Beach and that whole area. Are you watching RV Unplugged? YouTube influencers participate. Would like to see you and Illy next season. I've been watching. I watched the first episode. So, and of course, there are several fellow YouTubers that I know personally there. So it's cool to watch. It's good that they're trying to do different things and all that. So will the 1720 FB have a tankless water heater? Yes, it's gonna have the same Truma AquaGo that I have right now. Radu Stefarok, I'll be in San Diego at the end of April, planning to do a loop and see Sedona, Petrified Forest National Park, Saguaro National Parks. Have you been to Petrified Forest before? I have not. That's one of those that I've been by there twice, and I was always in too much of a hurry. So, but it's in the list. It's on the list. Saguaro National Park, Sedona, must see. And Donna Manning from beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee. We are new members. Well, thank you, and welcome to the Pelican Heads. And I really like Chattanooga. We have to go back at some point. Jim Foster, hey, Traveling Robert, think have to replace the battery on Sonia's trailer. The extra expense of lithium worth it? The new trailer has 190 watts of solar on it. I would say yes. Once you go lithium and you have an app that tells you exactly what percentage you have and all that, it's to me it's a game changer. So I would definitely upgrade to lithium. It's you may have to change or get a new charge controller. There's an extra expense, but in the long run, they're a lot more efficient. They're lighter. They last forever. So I would. Daniel Ruiz, thank you for that super chat. It is National Cheesesteak Day today. Where's your favorite? Well, Geno's in Philly, in Philadelphia for sure. That's the one that I've had in Philadelphia. So I liked it. Geno's with the cheese whiz and all that. So Van Girl Cheryl, got a volunteer gig. Take care and have a great weekend. You too, have a great weekend. And do you have any problems staying at Camp Walmarts? And not really. I have the app. I use either Allstays or RV Parky, and I figure out first if it is allowed. If it is allowed, and I see the signs, sometimes I call, hey, can you park? Sometimes I say no. Sometimes I say yes. And if I see a bunch of RVs parked for the night, I just, sometimes I assume that it's allowed, I always buy something from the store. Cajuns across America, I've been training to take on Mount Elbert hike. It's not a too difficult hike, but it's the altitude gain that is hard. Yeah, once you're up there, you're huffing and puffing, and I would love to do that one too. That's one of the ones that, I figure before I'm 60, I have to do some of those. Roadhouse, how are you doing? Hey Robert, just checking in, checking in to let the chat just moved to let you know we are watching. We don't always chat, but we're always watching Friday live show and your Sunday video. Love the Badlands video. Glad you liked it. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the road again sometime. And the Adventure Channel, and salutations from Arizona. Greetings and salutations. Yes, sir. Bob Leach, have you ever been able to find a delicious keto donut? That's something they need to work on developing. Make with Splenda or something. Is that a guitar in tune? The guitar is in tune. Actually, if you think of that cereal that I advertise sometimes, that's like a mini donut. So if Magic Spoon figures out a way to make them a little bigger and a little more, as A plus K would say, pillowy, there's a thought there. It's not technically keto because pure keto doesn't take into account net carbs. I mean, there are many theories about that, but other than that, that would be a. I'd rather just cheat on keto and have a real donut once every 6 months or something like that. But There you go. The whiz wit. Did I say something? I said the shiz whiz. It's the whiz wit. That's what I had. John Howell, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Is it a challenge to going from Las Vegas, from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas? Is it very steep? I don't recall, to be honest about it. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Young Dave, Chattanooga, fantastic aquarium here. As far as I know, is the only place you can see paddlefish, unless you are a fisherman and they live in muddy water. Really. So one of these days, I wanna. I haven't done any aquariums. I'm not really a zoo or aquarium kind of person. Yeah, I like to see the animals. It's when I'm there, I enjoy it. But if I see the aquarium from the outside, I'm like, I don't feel compelled to go in. I mean, I was just outside the Georgia Aquarium not long ago, and we didn't go in. But we did the one in Monterey Bay because, of course, it was in one of the Star Trek movies, right? So we had to do that one. But Donna Manning sing happy birthday to my husband David Manning. We are new members. Well, thank you for being new members. Congratulations, happy birthday, David, dear David. Happy birthday to you. And Traveling Robert, I noticed Sun Outdoors was building a few campgrounds and cabins in the Florida Keys. They're looking good. I want to go to the one in Isla Morada. I have to get in touch with them because our deal kind of ended with the ones that we did last year, last summer. But if not, I'll just go. I'll just pay for it. But they will be cool. What's your upcoming video this Sunday? Well, this Sunday, everybody, it's gonna be Colorado. It's gonna be Colorado, and yeah, it's gonna be a long one. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna make it a premiere because it's over an hour, and I don't want to keep you guys on a premiere at 8 a.m. over an hour there. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. It's one of my Colorado is one of my favorite states. Those penguins in Monterey were active. Yeah, you remember that. Hey, Mr. CLT. Well, we're gonna start wrapping it up anyway. Have fun. I'm sure you're going out on a date with Andrea, so have fun tonight in the city. Skipping around, can you share with us what percentage does YouTube keep when we send super chats and stickers? They keep a good 30% of it. Yeah. It's not. It's definitely not a secret. Have you ever stayed at Juniper Campground in the Bandelier National Monument outside Santa Fe? Nope, but I've heard about it. So you said I missed it. If you said I missed it, what are your travel plans after you get the new RV? Well, we're gonna do like a little shakedown trip. I mean, we have 2 dates that we have to work in between. We have a family reunion the day before we leave, and I have a doctor's appointment roughly 2 weeks later. So it's not gonna be like a super long trip, up and down. But after that, after my follow-up appointment with the doctor, we might do a northern Florida before it gets too hot. Do a little northern Florida loop. So, all right, everybody, let me grab the guitar and yeah, Remy. But then I don't get to say super chat, right? you know, God knows how much they keep from the ad revenue. Now let me answer a couple of more here. Eddie Negrete, how's the new truck since you changed it? It's been great. I mean, I already put 23,000 miles on it, but I'm gonna try to go easy on the miles on this one because I already made 2 cross country road trips. Yes, because there were many things that I kind of had to do. And now what I'm gonna do, well, Alaska is gonna be a big mileage trip, but then I'm not, I'm gonna try like not to drive back to Florida so many times. Maybe I'll even leave it up there somewhere in storage and fly back to Florida, stay a few days, see my mom, this and that, and then go back. And because basically, I like to see things in the southeast too, but a lot of the things that I have not seen yet are far away from here, and that kills me with the mileage. So, all right, let me get the guitar. Let me finish my bubbly. I mean, they're not bad. They're really not bad. Do you have the original tires still on Starship? Yeah, and they still have pretty good thread. So they're gonna go back and forth to Alaska for sure. Let me get a little further away because I'm pegging the meter here. I have a very analog leveling system here. Good night, everybody, because I'm riding in my RV wherever I want to be. Because I'm free in my RV, yeah, I'm riding in my RV wherever I want to be. Because I'm free in my RV. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Is there any holiday this weekend? No, right? Have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and see you next Friday, same time. Probably same studio here. So, see you then. Thank you for choosing to spend your Friday night here hanging out with me. End broadcast.